Okay, so good morning to everyone. Today we will the topic in yesterday's class we have discussed. That topic we will again start from here. That is the inheritance. Now, inheritance is what? It is the property of the object-oriented programming. It is the property of the object-oriented programming, like we have already seen about the encapsulation. Now, today we will see the object-oriented programming, another property, that is inheritance. Now, what basically this inheritance is? Now, inheritance is basically the mechanism of deriving a new class from the old one. So it is basically deriving a new class. That means the class will be present. So the example we are talking about, that let's say a class is class A. This is a class, let's say class A, and another class is class B. Let's say there are two classes. Now, class B is derived from the class A. That means class B is inheriting the property of class A. So class A has what? Class A has some own properties and behavior. That means in class A, there is some variables or method present. That variables and method is also present in class B. That can be some of the methods or some of the variables or all of them. It can happen that some of the variables or some of the method can be present in class B, or all the method that is present in class A and method or variable that is present on class A is present on class B also. Then we will say that class B is derived from class A. Class B is derived from the class A. And it is called what? That class A we called as the superclass. And class B is what? We call the class B as the subclass, because it is inheriting the property of class A. Now for inheritance, doing the inheritance, we use extends keyword. Extends. For inheriting, we use extends keyword. Now let's say for real life example, if we take that parent is a class and child is a class, these two class. Now this child is what? Child always inherits some properties of his or her parents. So that means we can also call it the class from where we are inheriting. That class we can also say as the parent class. And the class in which it is inherited, that class we can call as the child class. So, or we can say this old class as the superclass and the new class as the subclass. That means the class which is inheriting, that class we can call as the subclass, and from where, from particular class it is inheriting, that particular class we can call as the superclass or parent class or base class. But for new class which is inheriting, we can call it as subclass or child class. Okay, so this is the concept of the inheritance. Now subclass is instance variables and method defined in the superclass. And here, like if from class A, let's say that class B is inheriting property. That means what? Some properties or some or all the properties is inherited by the B. It can happen, but B has also has own property. So this own unique property will also be present in class B. It is not that all the properties or some of the properties is inherited by B and B has no own unique property. Own unique property of B is also present in it. So this is the concept of the inheritance. Now, why is this inheritance benefit of this Java inheritance? Now, what is the benefits of Java inheritance? Reusability of a code. That means, let's say, if we doesn't inherit now, let's say this variable or method that is present in class B, class class A, class B is also required that variable and method. That means we will again write it, that variable and method. It is not the good solution. So what we will do, we will extend it or inherit that, so that what it will happen, it will be the reusability of the code, or the code share will also be used, and we will see that it will be consistency using an interface. So interface is another thing, but we will discuss this later. So but it is what it will consistency, it will create the consistency using the interface. So these are the benefits, that reusability of a code, same code. There is no, if we inherit it, then that code or that variable and method will automatically be inherited in that class. And that property is code sharing, so code will be shared with, and it will provide consistency using an interface. So let's say if we take this as an example, you see that, let's say there is class A, this is
Excuse me, sir.
class A, and class A has the method.
Sir, sir,
Bolo.
the
हाँ,
child class will inherit. The child class will inherit all the property of parents class. But it's possible that parents
all the
parents
property,
class will
all
inherit
the no, child class will inherit. Child class will inherit all the properties or some properties. Sometimes it is necessary that all the properties should be inherited. Sometimes it may require that some properties should be inherited. It is like that, that all the time that it is not required that all the properties will be inherited. Sometimes some properties will be inherited, or may that all the properties will inherit. It may happen, but child class will
but sir,
always inherit the property from the parent class.
but
सर
sir, is
चाइल्ड
it
क्लास
possible that
सब
parents
क्लास एक
class
ही होता है
is a child class?
सर चाइल्ड क्लास और
Sir,
सब क्लास
is
सेम
it
ही
possible
होता है
that भाई मेरे को बोलने दो.
One by one.
Sir, is it possible that parent class will inherit property
Bolo.
of child class?
No, it is not
Sir, is it
possible.
possible
Always
that
what?
अपना क्वेश्चन चैट बॉक्स में पूछ लो ना, तेरा आवाज बहुत कटता है.
Hello. हाँ.
okay, sir.
Okay, Pankaj, you can after class you will ask me. I will help you. But now your voice is breaking, so that's why it is problem. So I will. You will later on contact me. I will say you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I will say you. You contact me later on. I will say you that. Okay. So the
Yes,
thing
sir.
we are discussing that class A. So class A is what? Class A. Let's say there is a class present, class A, and in this class there is the method present, that is M1. This method is present. M1 method is present inside the class A. And in this M1 method, inside this M1 method, some code or some statements are written, that is of the 10 lines. This 10 line code statements are written inside this method, M1 method. Now, class B is also required this method. Class B has to also require. Then what? We will do what? We will again, that means what? If there is no inheritance property, that means we have to write this M1 again inside this class B. Because if there is no inheritance, then that means what? Class B is required. All of this method is required for class B. That means if inheritance is not there, then we have to again write it. The method and the statements that is present inside the method all have to be written inside the class B. But for inheritance property, if we use like this, class B extends, we use the keyword extends class A. If we use class B extends class extends A. If we use like this, extends A, that means all the method, this method will be inheritance, automatically inherited to class B. That's why extend keywords is used. If we didn't use this extend keywords, then if this method is necessary, then we have to write the method. Again, we have to write this method in the class B if we didn't use the inheritance property. But if we use the inheritance property, simply write class B extends A. That means all the properties that is present inside the class B will automatically inherited inside the class B. So that's why inheritance concept is used. This is the concept of the inheritance. And for extends keyword is used for inheritance. Now, the type of inheritance. There are the type of inheritance present. So what are the type of the inheritance? Total 4 types of,
Sir,
or we can say
excuse me, sir. Sir, when we use this extend A, means complete class A will be inherited.
Complete class, not complete, all the methods and the variable present will automatically inherited in our class. The class that is extending, that particular class that is inheriting the property, that is particularly inheriting all the methods and variables will be inherited, all the instance variables and method. Okay, so here we have only M1. I've taken an example that I have given, that it is the M1 method is present. So M1 method will automatically inherited into the class B. We didn't have to write again this M1 method in class B. Inside class B, we didn't have to write this M1 method again, because inheriting the property of class A, this M1 method is automatically inherited in class B. Okay.
Yes, sir.
सर ये मेथड ऑब्जेक्ट है क्या?
हाँ, मेथड ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं, ऑब्जेक्ट अलग, ऑब्जेक्ट और मेथड का कॉन्सेप्ट अलग। मेथड मतलब क्या है? मेथड सिंपल, हम लोग जावा में क्या है, जावा में हम लोग जो फंक्शन, सी में तुम फंक्शंस देखे हो, तो फंक्शंस को हम लोग जावा में मेथड कहते हैं, मगर मेथड वो नहीं है। और मेथड में क्या है कि स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ मेथड हम लोगों का प्रेजेंट होता है, स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ मेथड जो मेरा क्या है, जिसका नाम और उसका मतलब मेथड का नेम और क्लास नेम सेम रहेगा, वो मेथड हम लोगों का एज ए कंस्ट्रक्टर हम लोग बोलते हैं, वो है कंस्ट्रक्टर। और कंस्ट्रक्टर जो है, कंस्ट्रक्टर हम लोग का ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएशन के लिए काम आते हैं, मगर मेथड अलग है। मेथड और ऑब्जेक्ट दोनों एक नहीं। मेथड में क्या है कि हम लोग का मल्टीपल मेथड होता है। अब उसमें क्या है कि जो मेथड का नेम और क्लास नेम सेम है, जो मेथड का, वो एक स्पेशल मेथड है, उसको हम लोग कंस्ट्रक्टर कहते हैं। और कंस्ट्रक्टर क्या है, कंस्ट्रक्टर को हम लोग एज ए ऑब्जेक्ट इनिशियलाइजेशन फॉर ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएशन हम लोग यूज करते हैं। ठीक है, ये कुछ स्टेप्स है, मतलब इसको क्या है, मैच अप मत कर देना, ठीक है, क्योंकि ये थोड़ा थोड़ा कॉन्सेप्ट है अलग अलग। क्लियर हुआ निरंजन?
यस सर।
अच्छा, तो हम लोगों का टाइप्स ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस। सो व्हाट आर द टाइप्स ऑफ द इनहेरिटेंस? देयर आर थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस। Mainly there are three types of inheritance, but we can say that four types of inheritance present, but the fourth one we didn't able to do using inheritance. We can do it using interface, that is another concept, but mainly is what, mainly we will know that there is only three inheritance present. One is single inheritance, then next one is multi-level inheritance, and third one is the hierarchical inheritance. Another one is what, that is the multiple inheritance, but Java doesn't support it. Multiple inheritance Java doesn't support, but it can be done. It can be done using interface concept, that we will later on see that how it can be done and why Java doesn't support this multiple inheritance. We will see that, but only thing that we have three inheritance present: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Now single inheritance, the meaning if you see, that suggests is what, there will be one base class and another one is child class. Like if we take the relation, or as a real life example, if we see that, let's say there is a father class and another class name is the son. So son is what, son will inherit the property. We have always got some properties of our fathers we inherit. So that is what, if we take the real life example that there is son and father, then son class is what, it will inherit the property of the father class, inherit the property of the father class. And but son class, because father is what, father is the parent class, this is the parent class, and parent class, or we can say as the base class, or we can say it as the super class. And son is what, son is the our child class. Now son class will do what, son class will inherit the property of the father class. Son class will inherit the property of the father class, and but that doesn't mean that son has also some unique properties also. So that means some unique methods will also be present. So in, let's say in the father class, that some variable and method are present. Now son class is inheriting the father class, that means the properties and variables are inherited in the son class, but this son class has also its own property, so that's one unique property will also be present. So that means child class contains the variable and method that is present in the parent class and unique property of its own, both it can contain. And single inheritance is what, if you see from here, that one child class is inheriting property from one parent class, That means this one child class is derived from this base class. So that's why it is the single level inheritance. That's why it is called the single level inheritance. One child class is inheriting property from one parent class. So that's why it is the single level inheritance. So multiple level inheritance will what? Multiple level inheritance. So multi-level inheritance will what? It will looks like this. That if you see that there is the child class, this child class has property of the, it is inheriting the property of this base class, and this base class is inheriting the property from the super class. So let's say this class has a method. This class has the method name M1. Let's say this superclass, inside this superclass, there is a M1 method present. Now this base superclass. So that means this base class will also contain the method M1 because it is inheriting, and it has another unique method, that is M2. So this M1 and M2, both methods should be present inside this base class. And this child class is what? This child class is inheriting the method from this base class. That means this should also be present, and its own unique method can also be present. So that means M1, M2, both methods should be present inside this class because it is inheriting from this base class, and it has also its own unique method. Let's say that is M3. So you see, that is if it is inheriting, so all the methods should be present. That is what the example of multi-level inheritance. Clear? किसी समझ में आया सबको?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the concept of the multi-level. And hierarchical means what? Hierarchical means what? That multiple class, that multiple subclasses or multiple child classes are present, but they are inheriting the property from the same base class. Like if we take the example that let's say child 1 and child 2 present, this child 1 class and this child 2 class, both are inheriting from same parent class. Both are inheriting from same parent class, child 1 and child 2. Both of them, this class and this class, both of this class has the same parent class, that is inheriting from the same parent class. Like if we take an example that son and the daughter, two class are present, and both are inheriting the property from the father class. So this is the concept of the hierarchical inheritance. So now we will see that how we can create the subclass in Java. So first example is the single level inheritance. So single level inheritance means what? Single level inheritance means one base class is inheriting, one child class is inheriting from one base class or the super class. So let's say we have used given a class name parent1. This is the class name. And this parent class is what? This is the base class, or we can say the super class. Now this parent class has what? This parent class has some variables and method present. Now let's say we have declared that int I equal to 10 and we given as the static. Now there is also one thing that why I have mentioned static. So this means that if before any variable static is used, then that means what? When we create an object, let's say when we create an object, separate copies are created. We have already seen that from faculty class, we have created fac1, fac2, like this, different copies, different objects. From same class, we create different objects. For same class, we created the different object. And also that the separate copies of the data member is also created for each object. That means we have already seen that through same class, from faculty class, we have created fac1, fac2, like this, different objects we have created. But if it is created in the case of static data member means this variable, we are talking about this variable, that if, then only one copy of this data member will be available, and all the object, that means if you create same class multiple object, all of this object will share this variable, and this variable will shared among all the objects created. That means this will be constant throughout the program. You create different object, but all these objects will share this data member or the variable, and it will be shared among all of this. So that's why I have done that static. Place static before variable. Let's say static int I equal to 10. That means multiple objects we create, all of them are what will share this among all object, the variable will be shared. So this is the concept, and that's why I have used this. Then this is parent one. Now what it is, this is the constructor, because we know that name of the class and name of the method, if both are same, name of the class and name of the method, both are same, that means it is the constructor. So inside this, what we have written, system.out.println value of I in parent class, and we are printing that value. That means this 10 value will be printed. We are, for this method, it is working like this, that we are printing the value only. Now, there is another class, you see, that child one. So this is what this class extends. You see this extends keyword, extends parent one. That means this class, all the properties, this parent one, inside this, all the methods and variable present will be inherited inside this child one class, because this child one class is inheriting the property from the parent one class. Now, inside this, what we have done, we have used the constructor. So child one class is present. So child one class will have constructor what? The name of this will be same. So this is the child one constructor we prepare, and we use a keyword, this super. This keyword, if we inside method, we use the keyword super, that means it will call the parent class constructor. Super keyword is what? Super keyword we can use for constructor. Super keyword we can use for method. Super keyword we can use for the variables also. That are the super keywords. Super keyword is used. Now this is we have used inside the constructor. So that means this super keyword will call the parent class constructor. This super keyword always refers to the current, always refers to the current. So that means what? Current parent class. What is the current parent class of it? That parent class constructor, because it is used inside the constructor, that means it will call the parent class, immediate parent class constructor. We can, for definition, or we can, if you generalized, then we can say immediate parent class constructor, it can called. And system.out.println, we use the statement. And here we have said that value of I in child class. Now, which value it should print? Now, because what I have already said that I have given static, that means multiple object can be created, but they can share the same variable. That's why I have written the static. before the variable. That means this value, this 10 value will also be shown here. And when in the main class we will do that class inherit test, in that time in the main we do what, we have created the child one class object. So through child one class object, that means what it will show when this will be created, that means the execution will go here, because this is the constructor child one ob1 equal to new child one. So that means this is where the execution will go. So when this execution will go, first statement it will encounter what, super. So super means the execution will now go to here. The execution will now from child one, because it encountered child one. So inside of it, it go that super. It finds the first statement super. Super means immediate base class constructor will be called. So the execution now will go here. And when it will go here, inside of it, it is what it is written, system.out.println value of I in parent class. So 10 value, that means value of I in parent class 10 will be printed. And after that, it completing, it will again came here, and the next statement is what, system.out.println value of I in child class. So again 10 will be printed. So that's how the execution will go. That means when inside the parent class, when inside the main class we create the object, when we create the object child one, object one equal to new child one, there is what we are calling the child one class constructor. So the execution will go here, and inside of this it will find the super. So that means it will go to the parent class constructor, immediate parent class constructor. And inside the immediate parent class constructor, what it is written, that the value of I in parent class we want to print. So it will print the value, and again the execution will came here, and the next statements it will encounter, and the next statement what is given, system.out.println value of I in child class, and that I value should be printed. So the output we will show like this, that first parent class will be printed, then the child class value will be printed. Okay, so it is clear. कहीं जगह में समझ में कोई दिक्कत है?
सर क्लास इनहेरिट टेस्ट जो सेंटेंस है वो थोड़ा समझा दीजिएगा।
कौन सा?
सर थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन हो गया सर, नहीं ठीक से समझ आया।
अच्छा ठीक है बोल रहे, कौन सा जगह बोलो? एक्सटेंस, तो एक्सटेंस ये वाला, तो एक्सटेंस
यस सर।
देखो, हाँ देखो, फर्स्ट हम क्या किए कि पेरेंट क्लास के अंदर हम मेथड और वेरिएबल्स लिखे। वेरिएबल्स, ये पेरेंट क्लास के अंदर वेरिएबल है और मेथड हम लिखे थे। हम इनहेरिट में क्या बोला कि जो क्लास मेरा इनहेरिट करेगा, जो क्लास मेरा इनहेरिट करेगा वो क्या है, एक्सटेंस करेगा पेरेंट क्लास को। तो हम लोगों का पेरेंट क्लास कौन सा है, ये चाइल्ड वन एक्सटेंस। एक्सटेंस हम लोग क्यों यूज करते हैं, इनहेरिटेंस के लिए। अब ये क्या है कि पेरेंट वन क्लास को इनहेरिट कर रहा है। पेरेंट वन क्लास को इनहेरिट करने का मतलब क्या है कि उसके अंदर मेथड्स और वेरिएबल्स चाइल्ड वन क्लास के अंदर आ जाएगा। ठीक है, तो अब क्या है कि चाइल्ड मतलब इसके अंदर जितना तुम्हारा मेथड और वेरिएबल्स है वो चाइल्ड वन क्लास के अंदर आ गया। अब चाइल्ड वन ये क्या है, चाइल्ड वन क्लास का कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर, और कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर के अंदर हम लोग सुपर कीवर्ड यूज किए। अब सुपर कीवर्ड हम लोग का क्या है कि सुपर कीवर्ड हम लोग 3 टाइम उसको यूज कर सकते हैं। एक वेरिएबल के आगे हम लोग वेरिएबल में यूज कर सकते हैं, एक मेथड में, और एक कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर के लिए। अब ये कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर के अंदर सुपर लिखा है, तो कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर के अंदर सुपर मतलब क्या है कि उसका इमीडिएट पेरेंट क्लास जो है उसका कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर को कॉल करना। अगर सुपर वेरिएबल के आगे है, हम देखेंगे कि सुपर अगर वेरिएबल के आगे है मतलब इमीडिएट जो उसके आगे पेरेंट क्लास में वेरिएबल है उसको कॉल करना। और मेथड अगर हुआ तो इमीडिएट पेरेंट क्लास का जो मेथड है उसको कॉल करना। तो ये क्या है, कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर के अंदर है। तो कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर के अंदर मतलब क्या है कि इमीडिएट जो मेरा पेरेंट है, अब चाइल्ड वन क्लास का इमीडिएट पेरेंट कौन सा होगा, जिसको एक्सटेंड कर रहा है वही इमीडिएट पेरेंट है। तो इमीडिएट पेरेंट मतलब क्या है कि ये पेरेंट वन क्लास का जो कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर को है उसको कॉल करो। तो क्या हुआ, एग्जीक्यूशन इधर गया, तो पेरेंट वन क्लास उसके अंदर क्या, कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर के अंदर क्या स्टेटमेंट लिखा है, सिस्टम डॉट आउट डॉट प्रिंटलन वैल्यू ऑफ आई इन पेरेंट क्लास आई। तो मतलब क्या है, जब एग्जीक्यूशन, जब हम लोग ये क्या करेंगे, जब मेन क्लास के अंदर हम लोग ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करेंगे, ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएशन के टाइम में क्या होगा, हम लोग बोले कि वो कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल होता है। तो जब हम लोग ये क्लास का चाइल्ड वन, लेट्स से हम लोग नाम दिए कि ऑब्जेक्ट वन इक्वल टू न्यू चाइल्ड, तो हम लोग उसको ऑब्जेक्ट वन बोल के दिए। तो जब भी ये हुआ तो मतलब क्या है, मेरा डिफॉल्ट कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉल हुआ। अब चाइल्ड वन कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर को कॉल होने का मतलब क्या है, इधर आएगा एग्जीक्यूशन। तो ये जगह से क्या हुआ, फर्स्ट एग्जीक्यूशन मेरा इस जगह में गया कि चाइल्ड वन जो है, ये जब हम लिखे तो एग्जीक्यूशन क्या हुआ मेरा इस जगह में गया है। अब क्योंकि ये कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर है चाइल्ड वन क्लास का, तो उसके अंदर क्या लिखा है, सुपर। तो सुपर मतलब क्या है, उसका इमीडिएट पेरेंट क्लास जो है उसका कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर को कॉल करो। अब चाइल्ड वन का इमीडिएट पेरेंट क्या है, ये इमीडिएट पेरेंट है, क्योंकि इसको
जो सुपर है ये
पेरेंट वन क्लास,
ऑब्जेक्ट के अंदर
इमीडिएट
equivalent
पेरेंट वन क्लास का सुपर।
सर ये जो सुपर है ये ऑब्जेक्ट है या फिर
सुपर हम लोग तीन टाइम में, सुपर इमीडिएट, जो इमीडिएट पेरेंट क्लास है कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर में रखो तो कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर को कॉल करेगा, अगर मेथड के लिए हुआ तो मेथड को कॉल करेगा, और वेरिएबल के लिए होगा तो इमीडिएट पेरेंट क्लास जो है, अगर कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर में यूज कर रहे हो तो इमीडिएट पेरेंट क्लास कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर को कॉल होगा, अगर मेथड के लिए तो इमीडिएट पेरेंट क्लास मेथड को कॉल होगा, अगर वेरिएबल को कर रहे हो तो इमीडिएट पेरेंट क्लास वेरिएबल जो है उसको कॉल होगा। सुपर है कि इमीडिएट जो है, इमीडिएट पेरेंट क्लास जो है उसको। तो अभी चाइल्ड वन क्लास का इमीडिएट पेरेंट कौन सा है, पेरेंट वन, यही, क्योंकि इसको ही तो एक्सटेंड कर रहा है, तो इसीलिए क्या है, उसका एग्जीक्यूशन पेरेंट वन क्लास का कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर के पास जाएगा।
सर ये सुपर कीवर्ड है।
कीवर्ड, सुपर कीवर्ड है।
ठीक है।
और नीरज और बाकी किसी का कई जगह में कोई क्वेश्चन है?
हेलो सर।
हाँ बोलो।
सर इसका मतलब कोई कंस्ट्रक्टर जो ब्लॉक होता है वो मतलब किसी भी सब क्लास से इनहेरिटेड नहीं हो सकता है
ना, कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर कॉन्सेप्ट अलग है, कॉन्स्ट्रक्टर और इनहेरिट